finale kicks off with Conrad showing up in Paris, suitcase in hand. He claims he's technically headed to Brussels for a conference, but it's obvious he really came to see Belly on her birthday. From a distance, he spots her kissing Benito goodbye before finally approaching her. She's surprised but agrees to spend the afternoon with him before her plans that evening. The two spend the day wandering around Paris, slipping into old rhythms as they laugh, reminisce, and share memories. Conrad admits he's imagined her life here and wants to see the city through her eyes. Belly takes him to a rooftop she used to visit when she first moved there, explaining how it helped her feel like she belonged. For Conrad, it reminds him of the human body, messy up close, miraculous as a whole. He calls her scrappy and insists Paris never stood a chance against her. Later, back at her apartment, Conrad notices photos of Benito and memories of their childhood come rushing back. When Belly comes out dressed for dinner, there is obvious chemistry between them, from him helping her with her bracelet to the way he lights up at seeing her smile. It's clear the old feelings are still there. At the restaurant with her friends, he holds his own despite Benito teasing him as the villain of Belly's story. Conrad eventually admits the truth about why he came. Every year they celebrated her birthday at Cousins, and with her away, he wanted to bring a piece of Cousins to her. Proves it later with his gift, a bottle of sand he'd collected from the beach the last summer, hoping it might bring her comfort. Belly thanks him with a sweet kiss on the cheek as her birthday cake arrives. That night, their walk through Paris takes a deeper turn. Conrad admits he thought Belly was hiding out in Paris, the way he'd hidden from his own pain, but now he sees she's built something beautiful. Belly confesses it wasn't always easy. At first, she really did feel like she deserved the loneliness. Past comes flooding back, especially the guilt she carries over him, Jeremiah, and their family. Conrad tells her it was never all on her, that they were just kids making promises they couldn't keep. He reassures her Jeremiah knows he's in Paris and isn't holding a grudge. By the Seine, they dance under the lights, remembering old letters and their prom night. Belly admits she had to stop writing because moving on meant letting go, but the spark between them is undeniable, and when she kisses him, it all comes rushing back. They end up back at her place, and for a moment, it feels like they finally found their way back. Belly even admits she used to wish for him every birthday, but reality sneaks in. Conrad wants to skip Brussels to stay, and Belly pushes back, pointing out that she has her own life now. Things spiral as they wonder if their love is real or just rooted in grief. Belly questions whether they'd even be together if Susanna hadn't died. Conrad insists his love for her has nothing to do with his mom, that he's fought it for years, tried everything not to love her and still can't shake it. For him, it's always been her, but Belly says she can't be as sure, and that breaks him. Conrad leaves heartbroken. Almost immediately, Belly realizes she can't let him go. In voiceover, she reflects on how she's always been the girl who follows her heart. And maybe that's not such a bad thing. She chases after him, taking cabs and trains until she finally finds him. When she does, she tells him she chooses him fully and freely. The two finally reunite, kissing and declaring their love. In the final scenes, Belly rides in the car with Conrad, driving her home. She narrates that she didn't come back to Cousins that summer. When she finally did, standing hand in hand with him at the beach house, it still held all its promises of summer, love, and whatever comes next. Meanwhile, back in Boston, Jeremiah has his own turning point. After years of carrying guilt and fear, he finally starts to believe in himself outside of Belly. Hosting a dinner becomes more than just a test of his cooking skills, it's a chance to prove he can stand on his own. Denise is by his side, and their chemistry shifts into something romantic. Calls him out on his Conrad obsession, teases him, and eventually kisses him. Jeremiah admits he's terrified of being alone, but for the first time he also starts to see the strength in it. The dinner is a huge success, capped off with a surprise visit from his dad, who tells him he's proud. Words Jeremiah has been craving for years. By the end of the night, Jeremiah isn't the boy chasing Belly anymore. He's carving his own life, and he's no longer defined by what he doesn't have. Meanwhile, Stephen and Taylor hit their own snag. Denise and Stephen have just secured seed funding that will require them to move to San Francisco. Taylor doesn't know yet. She overhears the news, furious that Stephen hasn't told her, especially since she just uprooted her own life for him. Eventually, she confronts him outright. Stephen admits he's torn, but she pushes him to see clearly. This is his dream, and of course he has to say yes. She makes it clear that she wants to be with him, and would move too, not for him, but with him. Stephen admits he was scared she'd blow up their relationship, but she shows him she's not that girl anymore. The two finally declare their love and share a kiss, solidly back on the same page. The season closes back at Cousins beach with Belly and Conrad together at last, standing in the place that has always symbolized love, summers, and second chances.